Today's custom planner spreads are all about the dashboard layout. Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today the custom planner spreads I'm working on are all in the dashboard layout and all with a fun Christmas theme. So we're going to surprise Becky with a theme using stickers from last year's Holly Jolly sticker book from Live Love Posh. Then we have Barb, who requested a Grinch theme, and I love this because I've already done one. So we're going to do a twist on how the Grinch Stole Christmas, a different look. And then Leanne requested the old school A Christmas Carol. So I have some photos from that. We're going to use Christmas Florals, Volume 4 from Kell of a Plan. All right, I will link everything that I used down in the description box below. Otherwise, I'm going to put you all on fast forward. Let's go. Today, I'm going to start with Barb's How the Grinch Stole Christmas spread. And I'm going to concentrate on just a couple of big focal points, which I happen to think this particular dashboard layout allows you to do. It allows you to use some really big stickers. And so I purposefully cut a very large Grinch sticker to have over on this left-hand side. Then we have the Whoville people all on the right-hand side singing. So it'll look as if the Grinch is just overlooking them as they are singing on Christmas morning. So I started with a little bit of washi tape at the top and bottom. I love using this washi tape to frame in my spread. Plus, I think the blue is an unexpected touch on a Christmas spread. So we're going to add Whoville over here and then use this giant sticker that I created using my Cricut. We're going to add it right here onto the spread. Now, it might seem like, oh man, that's taking up so much of the spread. I'm going to be able to layer some boxes over the top of that. That's still going to allow a lot of function over on that left-hand side. So I'm pulling stickers from Kell of a Plan. This is actually her Christmas Stickers Volume 3 sticker book, and I thought the kind of cartoonish feel of the particular set that I'm using will match well with How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I also kind of felt like the colors went pretty well, so that's why I'm combining the two sets. I'm working on functional boxes, trying to figure out where they're going to go. That's something after I put some of the big decorative pieces, because I'm not going to have a million decorations across this whole thing, we're focusing on just a couple, then it's really important that I figure out where the functionality is going to happen so that I can add just a few finishing touches here and there. So once I feel pretty good about where things are going to go, I'm rearranging some of the colors to make it work. I needed a different box size for that large pink box that's on the right side. So what I'm going to do is actually cut this. And this is something I do sometimes when I need a box to be a more particular size. I'm going to cut this into more of a square shaped box, overlap the two pieces, and it'll work just fine to give that same feel. All right, I'm going to start pulling in some decorative pieces. First of all, I love the fact, let's move the the Santa Claus up top because he's watching things too. The Grinch and the snowman, they're kind of watching over. And then I'm going to use the house stickers kind of throughout to represent the Whoville houses. I realize that they're not exactly like the Whoville houses, but I think they still give that same kind of cartoonish impression. And we're just going for a different look, and the colors match so well. So let's put the functional boxes down on the paper and then start bringing in a few decorative pieces as well. With the dashboard layout, you can choose a huge focal point and still get so much functionality out of the spread. See how I'm just going to layer these particular boxes over here on the left-hand side. You're still going to get that huge Grinch looking at you, but you have a big long to-do list. You have 3 boxes to create lists with. You have the box over in the top left. There's still so many places to write on the spread, and I love that you can have that big impact moment as well. All right, a few little stickers here and there, and that is going to come together. I'm going to add some presents over by the Grinch as well, because obviously he has stolen all the presents at this point in the story. So we'll add an avalanche of presents near him, and then that is going to be it for Barb's How the Grinch Stole Christmas spread. Barb, I hope you love it, and I hope this inspired all of you to try a big focal point on a dashboard spread. All right, let's move on to Leanne's A Christmas Carol spread. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I struggled a little bit with what to do with Leanne's spread because she wanted the traditional A Christmas Carol, the older movie. And so that's what we are going with. I went and looked up pictures from that movie. We're going to use those as focal points, but I wasn't really sure how to incorporate them. Well, I forgot that the Junk Journal sticker book from Wrong Wrong Devo has these really cool film strip stickers that work as functional stickers, but are also going to be able to add that film feel, which seems really appropriate for like this throwback movie. And so we're going to layer all of the film pieces, the film pictures, with some of these film strips behind them, and then bring in a very traditional feel with some Christmas florals from Kelva Plan. So this is using multiple different companies, including my own stickers that I made using pictures I found online. And I think it comes together like surprisingly well. I was really worried about this particular spread, trying to figure out how it was going to work, how I was going to bring in the Christmassy feel with all the black and white. Would it be too cold? But in the end, I'm pretty pleased with how it went. So I printed these pictures on sticker paper, which is why you see me kind of peeling off the back. We're going to get all of those on the page first. So instead of using one big focal point, in this case, I have 5 different focal points kind of spread throughout the page. And that is kind of moving your eye across the page. It's tying in the left side and the right side, which I think is what some people struggle with on a dashboard layout because the two sides are so different. You have the right side with all the days of the week. The left-hand side is a totally different layout. I think that's where some people struggle from a decorating perspective, is how to put these together. So having some repetitive elements on both sides is going to create that cohesive feel that you're probably wanting in your planner spread. Now, once all the black and white elements are on the spread, I wanted to warm it up. I thought, you know, if we're going to go with the traditional movie, let's go with a very traditional feel. So I'm pulling in some florals. Again, this is from Kelva Plan. I think this is last year's Christmas florals. And I love the feel, the rich, rich red. It has a kind of sagey green and a dark green, which is a nice mix. And then some warm wood colors that I think bring a warmth to the spread. And what I'm basically doing is just making sure that all of the elements on the page really have this floral look behind them, as if they are all nestled with florals. It warms up the page, it brings in those Christmassy colors, and I think it really makes a pretty darn big impact. So I'm working my way across the spread, layering these different pieces. Once I feel pretty good with the layering, then we're going to start playing with function as well. We got to have functional boxes on our planner spread. It has to be usable. And actually, in this case, bringing in functional boxes that were part of this Kelva Plan sticker book go a long way in bringing more warmth to the page. Yes, the florals were doing a good job, but bringing in those big blocks of color through the functional boxes, I think really brought this particular spread, brought it home, like really brought it all together. I also was pretty pumped that this set from the Christmas Florals sticker book also had some alphas with it, because I really thought I wanted to put a title on this page. I do want to title it A Christmas Carol. And the fact that there were alphas within this sticker book allowed me to go ahead and add that title. So first of all, they had the word Christmas. I kind of played with where it should go. That's where a sticker guide comes in handy, because the sticker guide allows me to figure out where things are going to go. I can spell out Carol and the word A. So A Christmas Carol, have the title. I like it down below right here. I think it's nice kind of in the center-ish of the spread. So we're going to put that here, but we need to start layering in some boxes to make some functionality up here at the top. So layering in all those pieces, you guys, the more I worked on this spread, the more I like how it came together. It is so fun. Some of the ideas that my patrons come up with are really different. They're things that I would have never thought of. And that's why I love the challenge. So especially when they give me, you know, a challenging idea and a challenging layout to work in, I think it just makes it extra special. And it's a lot of fun to work on these spreads in the end. Really adding the rest of the functional boxes to me really makes this feel a little bit more abundant, like opulent, like over the top, which for the holidays, I think is a very appropriate kind of look. We're going to add boxes on as many days as we can. I'm also going to bring in a couple boxes over here on the left, a large one. Now you didn't need to have a box here because there was the dot grid. She could have made her own lists and things like that, but I really wanted the hit of red. And then the last little bit, let's add some bullet points across the spread. That's going to be it. I hope, Leanne, that this is what you had in mind. I hope it inspires you. And I hope you enjoy using your Christmas Carol spread for this holiday season. All right, last but not least today, we are going to create a spread for Becky, who gave me a little more creative freedom on designing her spread. For Becky, I'm also using the dashboard layout, and this time we're going to focus a lot of the decor up at the top. I'm using the Holly Jolly sticker book. This was from Live Love Posh last year, and I love the idea of the garland here at the top. It feels like you're decorating for Christmas, and then this particular set that I'm pulling from had some beautiful ornaments, and so I thought, let's create a look where the ornaments are all kind of hanging down from the garland. This is almost like walking into an opulently decorated, beautiful house. There's the peaceful feeling. Like I feel like we can all close our eyes and imagine walking into the most beautifully decorated house, what it smells like, what it feels like. That is not always what my house feels like during the holiday season. It's sometimes chaos, but I love the idea, the beautiful hanging ornaments off of a garland. So, so pretty. So we're going to scatter those again across both pages. We're uniting these two very different layouts into one cohesive look. And so having the ornaments kind of go throughout, that is going to work really well for doing that. Now the ornaments are really what is going to come front and center on this spread. That's the main decor piece. I am going to add a few other pieces of foliage over in the corners, which you saw on the sticker guides. Now, once I feel pretty good about that, I want the ornaments in place so then I can start planning functional boxes after the fact. So let me get these all straight on the page. Sometimes the larger stickers can be a little bit difficult to work with, so you got to take your time. This is of course sped up a ton, so don't rush through the transferring of large stickers or you'll end up with wrinkles and you'll be super annoyed. Trust me, I know from experience. So we're going to get everything oriented onto the page, and then I'm going to come back with a marker, a gel pen, to add the strings that are missing. So some of the ornaments had strings that were shown and some of them need to be added. And adding in those little details like extra little bows or the strings that ornaments are hung on really go a long way to making a spread feel even more unique and more complete. So don't think that you're limited just to the stickers you have. You can play with your pens and your markers and add other little details as well, because really this brings it all together, having the strings that are connecting all the ornaments hanging down from the beautiful garland. Loving it. All right, so let's keep going. We're going to continue to add a little bit of the foliage down here at the bottom. I'm going to bring in some whiteout so that it doesn't, the boxes don't break up where the flowers are going to go. I also, this is one of my favorite tricks. I hang it over the edge. I'm cutting off this little bit that hangs over the edge so it's a clean corner, and then I'm reusing those stickers right away to just extend this particular look out so that it encompasses that whole corner a little bit more. It takes up a little bit more room, but it's not really taking up any more writing room. So that is a fabulous way. Just adding a little extra decor on those margins can go a long way. So we're going to do the same thing, add a little symmetry. If there's not symmetry in the layout, you can always add it through the stickers. So we're adding some symmetry on this side as well. Now that is going to be all of the main decorative elements. Next, I need to add some functional boxes. We are going to add one last tree because why not? It's the center. It's the Christmas tree that's kind of waiting to be decorated with all the ornaments. We're going to add functional boxes, and then I'm also going to bring in a few quotes from the back of this sticker book across the spread just to give it a little focus. I think quotes are always fabulous because it feels like you're titling the spread without having to actually title the spread, and it brings some focus and intention to what is going on across the spread. All right, that is going to wrap it up for Becky's beautiful holiday spread. So I would love to hear from you. Of the 3 dashboard spreads today, which one caught your eye? Was it the Grinch spread? Did you like the Christmas Carol spread? Or did you like this last holiday spread from Becky? Let me know down in the comments below. I always love hearing which ones you all vote for. Now, if you like this video, also please give it a thumbs up. Please consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button so you can find out when I release new videos. As always, I will link all of the supplies that I used down in the description box below so you can check those out if you are interested. I do want to give a huge shout out to my entire Patreon community. December is a pretty special month for us. Now is the time to go over there, enroll in Patreon, find a tier that works for you, and get ready to receive some bonus gifts in the mail to my pink, yellow, green, blue, and purple tiers in Patreon this next month. All right. I hope that all of you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.